So this is how pro players have 10 farm per minute. This is how they have it. What's going on, guys? In this video we will analyze how Rekkles can get 10 farm per minute. Perfect farm. By the end of this video you will learn a few simple concepts that you can apply in your own games when you play AD carry, but also other roles. Before we start the actual video, if this is the first time you're here, my name is Zais and I'm a League of Legends coach. On this channel I will post a video every second day on how to improve your gameplay in League of Legends. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out any bit of content that will make your gameplay better 10 times faster, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can make sure you don't miss out any of the updates on this channel. Let's get started. So you basically play switch with Renata into bot lane. So usually right now he actually doesn't leash his Udyr, which is like super good. So this is already a big advantage that he has in the laney phase, that he can get faster into the lane phase. And he's going to try to look to push the lane because obviously against Lucian, which is an early game champion, if Twitch can actually push him out, Renata is able to go to actually poke them effectively. Right now we can see that Lucian gets a little bit outtraded into the minion wave. Like, I don't know what this guy is doing. Like, he just absolutely grifted Rekkles, instantly punishes him. Beautiful little tempo, auto attack, flashes in, just immediately kills him. So what Rekkles is going to do right now is just going to look to get the last hits from those minions. Most likely hard push the next wave. He pings Renata to also push with him, and he's just going to go for the recall. So right now he didn't really miss too many minions. He only missed like one minion. So we know that the minion wave is basically 6 minions. It's formed by 6 minions. Rekkles is going to push, escort wave, and then look to recall. I think he's going to look to recall either in this position or this position, because right now if Lucian wants to see him, he has to basically see, right? He has to basically be here to see him because he plays around Fog of War. He goes for double dagger right here, which is pretty good because he's playing Twitch. So all what he wants to do is that he wants to consistently stack his E. So right now he does have 11 farm. Wave is coming into him. So for those of you who don't know, the wave is coming into him because he just crushed the wave. So he just got the wave to the tower. Right now this wave is naturally pushing into him. This is pretty easy. Lucian has 10 farm right now, so he's behind in farm. Wave is coming into Rekkles, so we can say that this Lucian is fucked. So it's pretty difficult for Lucian right now to do anything special. Rekkles knows that the only way he loses the lane right now is if he gets ganked. Wave is coming into him, so all what Rekkles should do is that play safe, don't die, stay behind, and Wave's coming into you. He just warded for the brush just in case the enemy jungle goes for the scuttle, so he gets free information just because Udyr is slowly pathing towards the scuttle. Super simple. Right now Rekkles doesn't really woke up because he knows that all what Lucian has to do right now is to dash in, since he does have the wave advantage. Rekkles is patient, he doesn't do anything crazy, and he just waits here. Make sure you last it in the tower and you prepare your minions beforehand. So as we can see right here, let's actually recap this. So as we can see right here, Rekkles knew how to hit the minions before they actually went into the tower. So let's see how many. Boop, got 1, got 2, got 3. Let's see. Got 4, got 5. He's going to use E on this one. Got 6, 7, 8 and 9. So he got 9 out of 10 minions. So this is the first rule that we are going to learn today. If you want to get perfect farm in especially lower reloads but also in higher reloads, you need to learn how to prepare your farm before the wave is touching the tower. So this is what Rekkles did. Right now he's going to push the lane. He knows that Lucian was out of the laney phase, so he just recalls immediately. Renata stayed for a little bit of spell thief stacks because she knew that the enemy jungle is not on the bot lane, so she had to risk a little bit. Well, it's not even a risk since she knows that enemy jungle is not there. Rekkles just goes for this playstyle of full attack speed. Usually he would prefer going for the boots, like berserker boots, but right now he has magical footwear. So what he did is that he's going for record bow, which already gives him 40% attack speed. Then he gets 12% from this, so he has 52% attack speed only from the items. Berserker boots only from the items. Berserker boots would only be able to give you 35%, but I think it's anyways better to get berserkers if you can get berserkers, because with berserkers you are also going to get the extra movement speed. Again, same thing. Wave is coming to Rekkles because he just crashed. Right now Rekkles is going to look to W trim a little bit of the wave, and he's just going to look to freeze. If the Wooded is going to go for the Drake, Rekkles is going to use the E immediately onto the wave and look to push. So if this is me, I would F key to the Udyr, and if he starts the Drake, I would just push. So let's see if he's actually looking there. Okay, so Udyr stays there for a long period of time. Rekkles already moves onto the left hand side pocket of the lane, so he's able to like move onto the river, and he immediately pushes the lane in because he saw Lucian on mid lane, and of course like they were also doing Drake, so getting the prio is always okay. Lucian is following here, like this is super bad by Lucian. This is a thing that you guys shouldn't do. If you play AD carry and you know you're going to lose waves on bot lane, if you leave, you should not leave. Yes, there are some situations where if you're Lucian there and you have 3 kills on the river and you know you can have 2-3 kills for free, then yes, you can move. But in general, doing what Rekkles did as an AD carry is better. What did Rekkles do? Well, it's very simple. He prioritized the farm over a coin flip fight on the mid lane. He got plates, he got farm, and he has 52 farm, almost 60 farm in 6 minutes. 60 farm in 6 minutes. So he basically has the perfect farm. The second thing that you guys should know when we're talking about perfect farm as an AD carry is that you should know that perfect farm doesn't always mean 10 farm per minute, or there are so many situations where you can't have 10 farm per minute. So many situations. The perfect farm is not 10 farm per minute or not 11 farm per minute. The perfect farm is the amount of farm that you can get while being safe, meaning that if you play Twitch Yuumi against something aggressive like Caitlyn Morgana and you're always pushed in, you're always getting pushed in, you're always getting shoved in, you're always getting pressured, and you have, let's say, 8 or 7 farm per minute, but you got all of the minions without dying, you got all of the minions without overextending, you got all of the minions without really forcing yourself to die, then you have perfect farm. Yes, perfect farm can mean that you're behind in farm with the enemy AD carry. Perfect farm is the amount of farm that you can get while being safe. If you have 10 farm per minute, you play against Caitlyn Morgana, but you died 6 times, well, that is not perfect farm. Because what the fuck, you died 5 times, right? So perfect farm is the farm that you can get, the minions that you can get, the minions that you can last hit without risking too much, without really losing too much. So this is basically the concept with perfect farm. So right now, Rekkles will have very good angle in these games. He's winning the lane against Lucian. He's winning the lane against Lucian Yuumi. Well, usually Yuumi, you don't play Yuumi when you have a Lucian, just because, well, I mean, Lucian needs a support that is aggressive. Yes, he can. Yuumi is not that bad with Lucian because once she's going to ulti, Lucian can actually dash instantly. But yeah, you just don't usually play Lucian with Yuumi. Lucian is again on the mid lane, he's again inting, he's again rotating when he shouldn't really rotate, and Rekkles is going to punish him. This AD carry, so this game is played in Grandmaster or Challenger, so super high elo, but this Lucian, from my estimation, I do not think he is main AD carry. I think that he's he is just auto-filled. Right now, Rekkles makes sure he doesn't die, and then Lucian is onto the wave. The first time when Lucian prioritized the wave right here. So the first principle that you guys need to know if you want to have good farm is 1, make sure you prepare your minions beforehand, before the wave goes into the tower, so you can actually have higher chance to get all of the minions from into the tower. Second principle is that you want to prioritize farming over the game, and you don't want to go you don't want to prioritize fights, coin flip fights, over farm in the laning phase. I mean, that doesn't mean you're not following your team if they're fighting on the river. If you know you can get kills there, yeah, of course you can give up the wave if that's the case. But in general, prioritizing farming as an AD carry, or just doing something that is reliable, doing something that is going to work for 90% of the cases is better. So for example, if you have a wave onto the bot lane, but you have 4 people of the enemy team being 1 HP into the river, of course you take the decision that will give you the biggest reward with the lowest risk, which is basically go on the river, get a quadra kill because they are low. But in general, you want to prioritize farming. Third principle here in this video is that you do not want to go for a rotation, 2 big rotations that are far from you. remember the Lucian. He went mid lane when the Twitch had the wave right here, and Twitch just immediately got, well, just 3 plates, but 3 plates is like huge. Yes, Lucian got a kill on mid lane, but who cares when Twitch got so much farm, so much experience, so much gold, so many plates, it doesn't even matter. So let's see what Rekkles is going to do. Lucian just dies in the laning phase. This is just embarrassing. You play Lucian and you're losing against a Twitch. This is unplayable for this Lucian. So another disclaimer, guys, if you're autofill, try to not play Lucian. If you're autofill, try to play Ashe, try to play Miss Verdant, try to play maybe even Savior, maybe even Caitlyn, even though Caitlyn I don't recommend. Like something, maybe even Tristana, but something super easy. And Ashe and MF are the best recommendations that I can give it to you, pretty much. Okay, Rekkles tanks the minions right now. He sees something is happening on the river, so he just pushes instantly. He knows that Lucian is in base now, so he just shows out the wave. Another thing that will help you to manage your waves and increase your CS number is you need to always be aware, always have in mind and keep in mind, where is the enemy Lucian? Did he just recall? Is he about to come into the lane phase? Is he into the tower? Well, think about it, because right now Twitch just pushed, Rekkles just pushed because he saw Lucian around mid lane. Again, same mistake for the Lucian. Absolutely same mistake. He's again roaming, again not patting bot lane, again just patting like a bronze player towards mid lane. My estimation is that this guy is support main because he just plays like a support main. So yeah, that's unlucky. Rekkles just gets the edge here. He just goes mid lane. So this rotation from Rekkles, let's analyze it, because this is also something that you guys should see. So he just pushes the lane. The reason why he pushes the lane is because he saw the Lucian on mid lane. And right now we put the Herald onto the mid lane. So they are making a play onto the mid lane. Right now Rekkles sees that there are there are plays right here, but he sees a very free kill on the river. He sees this and he's like, hey, I'm here, I'm close to it, Lucian is going to die, it's reliable, I can follow. This is 2 versus 1. When I'm going to come here, it's 3 versus 1. So it's so easy for me to get a kill. It's reliable. It's not far, so I can follow. If it wasn't far, if it wasn't close to him, if it was a very coin flip play, if it was a number disadvantage, let's say the enemy team had the whole team right here, it was a 5 versus 2, Rekkles wouldn't even follow, wouldn't even think about following. He would go bot, get the wave. So it's so simple. He got bot, get the wave, get the plates, get the tower, get another wave, get the Krugs, get the red buff, and just recall, or any combination of that. Wave, tower, Krugs, recall, or wave, tower, recall, or wave, tower, Krugs, red buff, recall. Any combination depending on what is happening afterwards on the map. But he chose to go towards mid lane when it was a reliable call. So the secret on AD carry, if you want to be a good AD carry, is that you need to make a balance between farming when you should farm and grouping when you should group. And this is what Rekkles does very well right now. We can see that he sees that the wave is coming into him right now. The Lucian is onto the mid lane and he immediately goes on bot lane. And before he recalls, he's going to get the wave. He can also get a plate here if he really wants it, because Lucian was just on mid lane. Okay, he stays for the plate. We can see that he wanted to recall, but he also was like, hey, shit, the plate is very low, I might as well just stay. Right now he sees Lucian on the mid lane. He knows that he can kill this wave before recalling. He's obviously not going to go on the Rumble, but Rumble won't have the balls to go on the Twitch because he knows that this is Challenger and Renata can actually be around. Rekkles is just going to recall. He just warded in case something happens, and of course he warded also because he wants to get Brute Trinket. It's level 9. So it's super easy. So yeah, the secret on AD carry. How can you be a good AD carry? Well, you need to be able to understand and practice this concept, like when should I group, when should I farm, when is the best time to group, when is the best time to farm. You need to make this balance, and in general this depends on a lot of things, on items, on how much gold you have, do you have full HP. This depends on, did you get the first tower, because if you got the first tower it's a lot easier, you have a lot more freedom to go mid lane and to group. But this is what you can learn so easy from pro players, from watching them, because Rekkles in this game, for example, you saw it. He farmed when he should farm, he got plates when he should get plates. When it was coin flip to move on the river, he did not move on the river. He also managed his wave correctly, just so he can make sure he helps his jungle on the river. So it was so easy for him to play the game. just because he played very good with the wave management, and we can see that he has 140 farm in 14 minutes when he plays Twitch against Lucian. Imagine you put him on Caitlyn. Imagine you put him on something aggressive, how much farm he's going to have. If you put him on Draven, I was thinking about saying put Rekkles on Draven, but Rekkles is usually a safe player. He doesn't really play super aggressive champions. So at some point, some players were actually making fun of him, that if he's going to play Draven, he will not know how to play aggressive, and he will get fleet footwork to just play safe on Draven and just Doran's shield. But yeah, I really love Rekkles. I really love his playstyle. I really love his personality. He's an amazing guy, and yeah, he just has his own playstyle. He just doesn't play aggressive champions like Draven. He doesn't play a very good Lucian. But he plays a very good Tristana. Like, his Tristana is probably one of the best in the world, if not the best, actually. He is super good on Trist. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do right here. He walks up, goes on the Lucian. He sees he's alone. He just uses W first, uses ulti instantly, so he doesn't really risk anything. Just uses ulti and tries to go. Look at this decision, guys. This is so important. Look at the decision. So he wanted to go top lane after the kill, but he was like, hey, shit. It's Mastery and it's Yumi. It's unreliable. He wanted to go, we can see his clicks, but he's like, no, this is a silver move. They are running like this. It's coin flip. Udyr is here, but I can just push mid lane. I see where everyone is. I can just push mid lane. So Rekkles just immediately changed his decision making and he went mid. This is how challenger players play. And right now he's waiting the Rumble. Rumble shows up and he's going to stay mid lane and just take out the wave. So this is how pro players have 10 farm per minute. This is how they have it. They know how to make the balance between farming and grouping. They know how to take decisions. They know how to manage waves. They know what their champions do. They know how much damage they can do. They know how much damage the enemy team can do. They know how to play the jungle, how to play their wave in relationship to the enemy jungle, and let alone the fact that they have super good mechanics to execute those plays. They don't even think about getting the farm. They don't even think about performing mechanically, because they do that by muscle memory without thinking. They are just clicking and clicking and clicking. It's something in their blood, let's say. It's again a muscle memory thing. And we can see how easy it looks for Rekkles to just move here and there and here and there and here. And if we just look at the Lucian kills, Lucian is 2-4. He has less kills, more deaths, and he's also 20 farm behind on Rekkles, even though, so he has less kills, even though he roamed a lot, and he has also less farm. Rekkles has 10 farm per minute, so it's so easy for Rekkles to play in this moment. Twitch is also outscaling him, so let alone the fact that Lucian got absolutely smashed, demolished off Rekkles on the lane. Look how tilted this Lucian is right now. Like, we can see how hard he goes in and how tilted he is. Like, Rekkles is even laughing, hey, this guy is, what the fuck is this guy doing in this elo? Like, this guy should be like lower. And then he's just going to kill Mastery. He flashes in right here, and then he just gets those kills, and it's GGBG. In my opinion, the flash wasn't really worth it, because there is no Baron Nashor here, so there is nothing that you can really get off the flash. So I don't think he should flash. Again, the game is over anyways. I think the enemy team is super tilted, and they're going to be FFing in soon. So that's why I don't think that it really matters. But if it was a normal game, like if it was like a close game and he actually wanted to perform really well, he wouldn't really flash there, in my opinion. He would only flash if the Baron is up, and if he knows that by using the flash aggressively, he knows that he can actually get an objective, so that's when he would flash. Right now he's going to go Gromp and overextend a bit, because he knows that his team is in the close proximity. He gets this, he presses B. Probably going to get something like Kraken Slayer, Stopwatch Elixir, something like this, maybe Kraken Slayer, BF Sword, if he has the money, or even Zeal, which is like super strong. Okay, the next concept. While everyone is doing nothing, you have to do something. So when you play the carry, we can see that like Azir is top lane, he's about to recall, no one is mid lane. Udyr and Gnar are on the bot lane. You can't really influence that call, so pathing towards mid lane when there is no neutral objective on the map right now is bad. So Rekkles is just, oh shit, I can just get the Raptors, and after I get Raptors I can go mid lane because by that time the wave is going to come into me. So the fourth principle that you can increase your farm is that you wanna farm when and everyone is doing nothing. Like for example, Gnar is just chilling on bot lane, Udyr is just taking the enemy jungle, like you can't really influence that, you don't need it there. So you can just go for the Raptors. Of course, be careful guys, because this can go either ways. If you're doing this when the Drake is up and they're fighting for the Drake, then you're most likely absolutely inting, because you need to be a Drake. But in this specific situation, of course, they didn't need, like Rekkles didn't really need to go there. So there are not specific rules that you can use, as in, hey, always get Raptors when they are up and when your jungle can't get them. No. You need to be able to understand if you're needed in the team fight, and if you're needed in the team fight while you have 2 items, 3 items, usually you want a team fight. If they are too far from you, or if there is no objective, or if you don't have enough items, of course you can prioritize farming like a shark. So you need to be understanding, like you need to know and understand how and when you should team fight and how and when you should really group. To recap the principles of farming in this particular video, so you can also get your farming to the next level, the principles are the following. 1. Prepare your minions before they go into the tower. 2. Prioritize minions over fights unless the fights that you're taking are guaranteedly going to give you free kills or your team urgently needs you. 3. Adapt your wave management based on your jungle decisions. If your jungle does a Drake, then you need to consider pushing the wave really hard. And 4. Farm camps when everyone is doing nothing and you are not needed into a fight. Are you an AD carry main? If you have problems having perfect farm, you're serious about ranking up and getting your macro to the next level, remember that I coach over 500 of AD carries with ranks between Iron and Challenger, getting their macro to the next level. Go ahead and book your personalized coaching session with me and start improving your macro instantly. I will see you in the session.